This picture shows the architecture of the smart water tank for Pavement rainwater collection. There are main three components in this architecture. The first is the water tank and the water pump. The second part is the IoT chipset. The last part is the cloud service. We employed ThinkBoard to do the control and the monitoring thing. There are two water tanks in the first part. The first is a small water tank, which located near the roadside. When it rains, the rainwater will flow into the small water tank naturally. And the water pump B can detect the water level in the small tank automatically. When there are water in the small tank, the water pump B will be turned on automatically. It can pump the water from the small tank to the big tank. Also, we will monitor the water level in the big tank. The second pump is the main pump. When we need water, we can control this pump, use the cloud service. It means we can control the pump remotely to pump the water out when we need the water. The second part is the chipset of the IoT services, which will collect the water level data, rain detection data, and it will transmit the data to the cloud service. Also, when we need to turn on the pump, we can use cloud service to call the chipset turn on the water pump to pump the water out when we need the water. The last part is the cloud service part. We employ the ThinkBoard. We can use this to monitoring the two pumps status, the water level, and we can also detect whether it rains. So we can have a good understanding of the total architecture here. First, let's see the dashboard of the ThinkBoard for our smart water tank pavement collection system. This is the dashboard of our IoT system. This is the water level of tank A, and we can see the last 3 minutes water level in this chart. This is the water level of tank B. Also, we can see the last 2 minutes water level of tank B. This is a rain detection. When we detect the volume of this meter, when it is less than 600, it means it is rains. In this chart, we can see around 12 o'clock it rains. So we need to detect the water level in tank B very carefully when it rains, in case of the water is full. This is a water pump control panel. When we need to pump out the water from the main tank, we can turn on this. When we turn this on, we can see the relay of this letter will be lettered. Okay, let's see how it works in real world. Let's assume that this is a tank B, which is a small water tank located on the roadside. And let's assume this is a tank A, which is a big tank. And the pump in here is the pump A. When we need water outside, we can pump the water from the main tank outside for the farming or something. And the water pump here is the water pump B, which will be turned on automatically when rain flows into this tank. And in case of the tank is full, it will transmit the water from the small tank to the reserve tank. This is the rain detector. When it rains, the water here, the value here will be changed. If the value is less than 600, it means it's raining. And we can record the data here. Let's assume that it is raining outside. The water will flow into this tank naturally, and we will turn on the system. We can see now the water pump is working when it detects the water level in tank B is more than 50%. It will transmit the water from this water tank to the big water tank. And it will stop when the water level is less than 40%. When it keeps raining, the water will flow into this tank naturally. When the level here is going on, the pump will be turned on and keep transmit the water into this. When we need to pump out the water, we just need to switch this on. And we can see the water pump here will keep working, and we'll let the water flow outside, pump the water outside. That's all. Thank you.